This is Sundance, a community of 78 homes and 150 people. And Jean, Sandy, and Stewart believe this type of community is the future of sustainable housing. 80% of the buildings that will be standing by 2050 are already standing today. And with 40% of emissions coming from powering buildings, we need a way to make them more sustainable. Retrofits are one way of doing that, but they're typically only done to buildings and homes, not whole communities. Which brings us to Sundance, a housing co-op and the site of a massive retrofit experiment. We sat down with Sundance residents Jean and Sandy and principal engineer Stewart to find out what is a retrofit and what's it like to live in one.
So with new construction, you have a set of plans. You try to follow them as best you're able, but if you deviate a little bit, you just have to work around what you've done and at the end of the day, deliver the best product that you can. And with renovation, you have something in front of you that you start to take apart and then you put things back onto it. But again, you generally do it stick by stick, piece by piece. So if it's off or it is imperfect, you just build around that. Whereas with retrofit, through panelization, we actually have to take a perfect picture of what's there, don't miss anything, and then go off and build over here and then have it arrive and have it be perfect.
Construction versus renovation versus retrofitting. Retrofitting is the process of adding a new part to an old thing to make it work better. When it comes to housing, that's traditionally looked like what Stewart calls a
chainsaw retrofit,
where you strip off a good chunk of the exterior and you build a new one, making the house more energy efficient. For Sundance, Stewart and his firm are employing a new kind of retrofitting, a panelized retrofit. Instead of tearing and rebuilding, you measure the building with a digital scan, so you can do your construction beforehand and arrive on site with panels, with doors and windows already installed, ready to go. You remove the old doors and windows, install the panels over the existing exterior and roof, and you're pretty much done. He estimates you can do about 10 panels a day, roughly a floor of a duplex.
So when we came to consider that question of how that's led us to take on this major maintenance project, we said, do we want to just continue to Band-Aid, repairing as needed, or might we consider a deep energy retrofit?
Once they had decided on a retrofit, they started looking for funding. And in December 2018, after a long back and forth,
we are receiving $2.5 million towards the $7.1 million needed to undertake the deep energy retrofit for Sundance
8. To us, it checks all the boxes. It's the most cost-effective thing you can do long-term if you're an owner-operator. It eliminates use of fossil fuel, which is a non-renewable resource. It also mitigates climate change. So it has the best economics and is the most environmentally friendly thing. And it delivers the most comfortable and healthy building environments that we're aware of. So to us, it's a no-brainer. It's more so, why wouldn't you do that?
The Sundance retrofit project is going to reduce emissions and it is going to house a whole community. But there's power in the Sundance project that extends beyond its material impacts. There's power in Sundance as a symbol for what this technology and this kind of a community can look like.
To be involved in a project of this magnificence, really, that will show what you can do through this particular panelization process as a model that can be across Canada, we hope, in North America, to be taken up and used by other organizations to help with reduced greenhouse gas emissions. To be part of that process is very inspiring.
59 homes, 150 people housed, including Jean and Sandy. We wrapped up by asking Stewart what kind of a precedent this sets. How many deep energy projects like this are out there, and what new horizons does this one open up?
To date in Canada, there have not been that many, deep energy retrofit projects. I think Within Alberta, there are now perhaps 5 single-family home projects, and by far Sundance, once completed, will be the largest deep energy retrofit in Canada, no question. We're very appreciative and thankful to the Sundance cooperative members for their courage and leadership to undertake such an ambitious project and be the first in Canada to do it. And we couldn't do this without a dance partner, and so we're very excited and thankful to have one.